Hey storytellers out there, it's Storytelling Ron, and this video is about how players and DMs get things wrong and how we need to deal with it on the fly, especially under a stressful situation. So I'm going to go through a couple of videos here, all happening in the same sequence. We're all kind of stressing over this because it's kind of the first half of a big battle they're in, at higher level. Stakes are getting higher. And even for me, stakes are getting higher in the sense of I wanting to put on a good show, put on a good challenge for them. And so this is kind of showing how we all kind of get things wrong, and we all have to just take it easy and be humble about it, and consider it a collaboration, not an attack on anyone, attack on their pride or who's wrong or who's right, especially the DM, because the DM, I'm so glad that there was gray area in there where, we were getting our emotions were getting, but I think, you'll see here a couple of moments where, we're all getting a little stressed out. I think we all handle it really well though, wrong or right. And I wanted to show you these clips here just to show you where things went wrong or right. So in this first one, Larry, bottom right, is a druid, and he's going to turn into a starry form, and he reads the rules, and I get it wrong, he gets it right. I'm not going to go later, but I kind of was a little persuasive, I guess. We did it, I think, I'll see in a minute here, but we did it, I think, their way, and then later on, though, he backtracked, thinking that I was right, I think. But now that I'm sober, I wasn't drunk then, but I mean, just, waking up and looking at this again and rereading it, I'm like, man, they were right and I was wrong. So when the starry form archer, when they activate the form, comma, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, comma, you can make a ranged spell attack, hurling a luminous arrow, blah, blah. Okay, so I interpreted that as being you starry form, you turn now, and then on the next turn, bonus action, you can shoot. But now that I'm reading it, it makes more sense that it says, you can make a ranged spell attack when you activate this form and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns. So I got that wrong. And so here's the video of it playing out with me getting it wrong, and, Larry trying to stick with and the rest of them trying to stick with how the rules play out. The point is, wrong or right, we all got to just, all right, so here, let me just play this bit.
Nice.
Hold on. And then for my...
We need Magnus.
Okay.
Yeah. Actions. And I just want to see if this is actually how it works, because I think it is a bonus action. As a bonus action, okay. As my bonus action, I'm going to go into archer form, and I'm going to hit that guy in front of me, that zombie, if he's still up, with a bolt of radiant damage.
Wait, for a bonus action, you can churn into something and attack?
Yeah,
That's
says
weird.
I just read it. Hold on, I'll read it again. It says, as a bonus action, you expend wild shape, blah blah blah, for it. Okay, while in starry form, when you activate this form and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack. So yeah, it works.
No, subsequent, right? Not on that turn.
No, it says when you activate this form and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts. When I see
as a bonus action
no.
and on your subsequent turns as a bonus action you can do it. Not in the same turn that you turn though.
When you activate, I think you can use it on the same turn.
No. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can do that. Not on the same turn.
Both.
See, to
it
me,
says
That's what the word "and" means.
So you can do it then.
No.
Do it at the same time. It says
It's a compound sentence. You do this on this one and do this on the next one.
Then why would it say when you activate this form? Why wouldn't it say activate this form and as a bonus action? It says when you activate this form.
Wait, okay,
So
I gotta
it's-
read that because I gotta see the wording. Where's
Is
where
that
do you,
just a
where you looking
druid
at?
shape
Yeah,
change?
it's starry form archer
Shoot,
under the
I'll
wild
find
shape.
that.
Wild shape?
Yeah.
It just sounds like a lot to me.
Because when a druid shape changes on a bonus action, say into a giant spider, he can attack that same round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's
I'm
your
reading
game,
this
Mr. Ron.
manual. I know what I'm talking about.
I will do whatever you say. But when I see when, if it says when you activate this form means when
Right.
when it becomes activated, and then also as a bonus action.
Are you
you'll be able to
stars?
use it.
That's your.
Yes. Yeah, starry form archer. That's one of the forms. There's 3 different forms, and I chose archer so I could shoot a bolt of radiant energy at this thing within 60 feet.
Uh, Circle of the
Sure, I'll roll
Star.
1,
Starry form.
but
Circle of the stars.
yeah, the only reason I even say it, I actually, I guess that's been a point of contention, and people have asked questions about it. So I just happened to read it the other day. But
Yeah, I'm reading.
it's been a while since I've used this one.
I was reading the Unearthed Arcana version. So it's different.
Can D&D players unionize?
At second level, as a bonus action, you can expend the use of your wild shape feature to take on a starry form rather than transforming into a beast.
Here's your bonus action. Okay.
So that's your
Yeah.
bonus action. As a constellation of an archer appears on you.
Oh,
When you activate this form, and as a bonus action, on your subsequent turns, when it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty clearly. Then you get to use it as a bonus action on your subsequent turns.
Okay, so it says when you activate this form. That's just
Yeah, because you can't have more
Okay.
than one bonus action in a turn.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
Yeah,
So that's
That-
okay.
that makes sense.
I get you. Because it's all part of the same bonus action, is what it is. All right. I thought it was like spiritual hammer, like you summon the spiritual hammer and then
Yeah.
you can use it that same turn. Because that's all part of the same.
I know,
bonus
it's all
action. That's
very-
why I was.
Yeah, I think you.
They're not consistent with how they word things like
Yeah,
that.
it's tough.
No,
Okay.
that's not a consistent wording. Like if he shape changed into a spider, he could attack. But
It's also not a compound sentence, but I wasn't going to bring
yeah,
that up.
but this
No.
this
See, that's okay. So, I think I convinced them the wrong answer. Looking at it now, they were right and I was wrong. When you activate this form, comma, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, comma, you can make a ranged spell attack. So it does do like the other things when you change or when you holy weapon and you can attack that round. This one does the same thing. Thankfully, everybody here, was humble about it. Even me. I didn't like the ruling because I didn't like how many actions. I'm kind of annoyed just in general at how with all these feats and features, how many characters can do so many different things in a turn. Just kind of weird to me. Attack, bonus action, turn, and then another attack. So I'm just personally kind of, but I got to get used to it. I guess that's sort of the hero feature of this new D&D thing. I think maybe I'm going to go old school because all these features and things. Anyway, that's another discussion. But this is, as you can see, we're all kind of trying to deal with this. I get this one wrong, and they all come to my side, even though I think I'm wrong here. I think he should have been able to attack on it with that bonus action. So that's how that played out. We all kind of they went along with me, thankfully. I think that might be a good way to do it, is just go along with the DM, and then, and then later on we can look at the rules again and look it up and then talk about it, in emails or Discord or whatever, just to kind of smooth that out. But in the game, it really is best to just go along with the DM, you know, and then figure it out later and just play the game. As a DM, I should don't hammer away at what I believe too much. Try to work it out, but then move on. And I think I really should favor the players. You really should favor the players in mistakes or in interpretations of the rules, as long as it's not too crazy. Just favor them, because it doesn't matter to you as a DM, you know, when they get one over on you, and then because you can always throw something else on them. But it certainly matters to the players when a rule weakens or affects them, because they only got the one character, whereas I as a DM can throw as many NPCs on them as I want. And if they easily kill an NPC that I took so long to make, I can certainly just rehash that NPC into another NPC. So you really should, in these interpretations, favor the players. When some rule or some wording is really hard and you guys are spending too much time on it, just let them have it. Take a note, research it later. Don't stress over it. This played out okay, but again, I was wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong there. I got this ruling wrong, and they were right. Larry was right. That, you know, everybody there read it. Somehow they changed to my view. Thankfully, not because I'm right, but just to move along with the play and then look at that rule later, which is what I'm doing now. So that's my example here. One example of a very tense situation where the DM gets it wrong, but everyone kind of just, okay, let's just keep playing and move on. So let me get to the next one where I'm right, but same kind of tense. You know, this is a big epic fight at the beginning, so we're all sort of stressing on this. Okay, so let me get that set up. Now, this next situation, Brad gets something wrong, but I think we're all just sort of tensed, especially after the Druid Starry Form thing. And again, check it out. I think we all kind of do okay here. You know, and here's another piece of advice too, as a DM: never take the self-righteous, like, you know, you're correct, you're right all the time, or, you know, what you say is set in stone and blah blah blah, because, you know, just like I showed in the previous video or bit there, you're going to get things wrong too. So always come to the table knowing you're going to get things wrong. And when someone accuses you of getting something wrong, allow that to be, you know, okay, maybe I did. I'm not sure. But always remember, it's a collaboration on creating this sequence of action events or combat or whatever's going on. It's not you, DM, controlling everything or being right about everything. If someone accuses you or, you know, states something and, hey, okay, yeah, did I do that right? The first thing you need to do is, did I do that right? Let me go through, you know, and try to lighten the mood like I did here. I think I did really well here. I mean, you know, I didn't know what whoa, you know. So just check this out. It's kind of interesting. Let's watch this. So yeah, big earthquake, right? Erupting earth over here by Helene. And, you know, actually, I do want to pause that. So I say Valine, which is the right caster. There's two, see my mouse? There's two casters in there. One banished one of the characters. So there's a caster here, and she banished the dwarf. And there's a caster here. This is Avarice, and this is Valine. And I just want to make that clear. And then I start off with the Valine, and then he accuses me of saying it's the Avarice who's doing the banishment, concentration, you know, blah blah blah. So, but Valine has no concentration spell going on right now. Let's play that. They're all screaming and you know, the whole thingamashamoo. And she's pointing out towards you, Ballard. He's out there. I see him. You know, she's totally doing some kind of magic to see you. Dispel magic. And she's yelling. I mean, detect magic.
Wait. What's she doing with magic to see him?
What?
What does she do? You said she's
Why did-
totally doing
Dad.
something with magic to see
So
him.
Reese yells out, "What is she doing to see him?"
Yeah. Well,
Lightning.
I'm just wondering if it's something that requires concentration, because then
Yeah.
Magnus is back.
Yeah, it's
I
just
don't want you to pull your DM switcheroo.
Slow
and
down a
change
minute.
Your mind.
First off,
Mhm.
First off, I don't know where the disrespect is coming from here. But there are two casters in that room.
Right.
Yep. There's another
So-
caster.
I'm not invisible or anything. It's just stealth. So
I know exactly what
Okay.
you are. Yeah.
Alright.
And she's doing something.
Brad's jumping the gun here.
She's doing.
I'll
some-
explain it to you after the fact.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
After when we get to the TPK and we go through this, and then I
got
realize I
LiDAR.
made a mistake. Whatever. Okay.
She's got a phased radar away.
She's
array
using
that you can
detect.
see.
Okay, the second caster, Valine, is using detect magic.
No,
There
you
you go.
specifically said Avarice is the one that's pointing.
No,
saying
no.
He's over there.
No.
Isn't that what
Oh.
you just said?
I said, well, if I did, I'm incorrect. It's Valine who is the one is doing it.
Valine. Okay.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and that's the one I've selected here on the token, Valine.
Okay.
She's going over there, and yeah, Ballard. I don't think you see the glow of the detect magic around you, but she's detecting magic on you, and so she's directing her zombies to go after you. Okay?
I apologize
No.
for being zealously misled by the DM's misinformation.
Thanks for trying to get
I'm gonna
me
have to look
back
at
in
the tape to
game.
see if it was
I am
misinformation.
just trying to help a brother out. you
But
know?
Reese. Okay, so as you can see there, Brad was wrong about me saying Avarice. I said Valine from the get-go, and it's detect magic, which she did to detect the druid who's kind of doing his pass without trace and hiding as he's casting his stuff. So I was right in this situation. Brad was freaking out, but that's okay. So, but we all played this or handled this really well, I think, right? I try to lighten the mood, and I wasn't, and when he accused me of saying Avarice, I really wasn't sure. I wasn't going to try to take the high road and say or the self-righteous road and say, I was right. Just, maybe I did make a mistake. I'm sorry. This is what I meant to say, whether you right or wrong, because a lot of times 50% of the time I'm wrong about what I said, or, I have to do a little mini retcon, right? Retroactive continuity thing. I have to kind of make sure I did say the right thing. And when a player kind of accuses you of misinformation or whatever, don't be defensive. Just, okay, let me correct that then. Let me make sure we're all correct here. Don't feel like you're always right. I'm gonna assume as a DM I'm generally wrong, or I miss something. If the players are frustrated or they're accusing me of something, assume that you made some kind of mistake. Whatever it is, whether it's misinformation or you're just not clarifying. Maybe I didn't clarify or describe the situation very well, and thusly Brad, brings that out, or any player. So my point being, never take the high road. Never feel like you're always right as a DM, especially on these tense situations. Try to work it out. Try to lighten the mood. Make a joke is what I did. And instead of me, getting angry or reacting in an angry way, which would have been terrible for us all, I turned it into a joke, a sarcastic joke, and that's self-deprecating. I'm trying to be a little self-deprecating if I can. Try to be humble when stuff like this happens, especially in those periods where they're freaking out, and it's a tough situation. They're very afraid of what's going on. You as a DM, you want to be impressive with how you DM and the NPCs you throw at them. You want to be impressive, but don't do it at the expense of their fun and their you want them to be stressed, but not too stressed. So this is a great example, I think, of how it played out, and it ended well for everyone involved. As far as stressing and who's right, who's wrong. Whether you're right or wrong doesn't matter, because we're all trying to have a fun game here. So I feel like there is one more. Let me pause here and think a minute. I think there's one more. Hold on. In this chain of kind of a chain reaction sort of thing. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this one, but there is a third one. I'm gonna just play a little more of this so you can see kind of the humor when he says misinformation.
It's misinformation.
Thanks for trying to get
I'm gonna
me
have to look
back
at
in
the tape to
game.
see if it was
I
misinformation.
am just trying to help a brother out. you
But
know?
Reese,
That's
I
it.
hear you.
it's none of your damn business. You're over there on the other side of the wall anyway. Try to-
Yeah, you're in combat.
all right.
Reese is in combat.
So
Brad is not.
that's what she
Right.
does, and I'm gonna roll her. Just so, okay. Let me go to the third section where another interpretation I got right, but we play it again. You know, we play it out. We all get along. Okay, here, let me get to that one. Okay, so in this section, the druid polymorphs into a mammoth, and we're going to get into a discussion about using feats, right? When you polymorph into a creature, you just use the creature stats and not any of your feats or class features or anything. So this is where he's trying to use a feat, and I'm like, because I never really thought about this with polymorph, because I guess I just haven't had, just never really came across. But then I started thinking about, like, you can't use your feats, and you know, I just don't remember where. I remember the rule, but anyway, I was right, he was wrong. We looked it up later, but let's just play out how we kind of, you know, progressed in this sort of realization. Okay.
I can't smash through the wall.
Not yet.
Okay. How many total feet did I move? Did you see like 10, 15?
Yeah, like 10 feet. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go my other 40 feet instead of smashing through the wall.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
the
go-
mammoth has 30 feet. That was on my foundry. I don't know why.
Actually, yeah, the mammoth has 40 feet, and I have plus 10 because of the mobile feet, so I have 50 feet of movement.
Well, do you get to use your feet, though? I don't think you get to use your
Yes.
On this thing?
Mobile still applies. Yeah. The feet does. It still applies to it. It's part of my movement rate.
I know,
It
but that's part
applies
of
while it's
Balor's
flying
movement
as
rate. I
well.
don't think it's part of the. I mean, does the mammoth get
It's-
all the feats? Because I don't think he doesn't. Don't you just use the mammoth stats?
Well, you use the mammoth
let's-
stats, but your feats apply if
No,
it's
because there's
something
like
that can-
sniper feet. There's like.
Well, no,
barbarian
obviously
feats.
I can't use that, but as
I'm just
far
saying
as-
I don't want to apply any because I don't.
Okay.
I think
No,
you're
no,
just a
okay.
mammoth.
I can. Hold on one second.
You know, you just turned into a big giant mammoth.
The creature is limited to the actions it can perform
Yeah.
by
Okay.
the nature of its new form. It can't
Okay.
speak, cast spells, or take
It-
any other actions that require
This is
hands.
according to D&D Beyond. The mobile feat works whether you in normal form, wild shape, or polymorph. It says either way.
Oh, really?
That's according. Yeah, that's
Okay.
according to Beyond.
Alright.
But hey.
No, no. If it says
yeah,
that,
man,
if it says
I'm gonna
that
do it.
specifically in that feat, that's fine because I
I'll
didn't
give
know
him
it said
20
that.
feet of movement. If you want, it should be negative 10 feet of movement, so he'll have 20. That's
So-
what he deserves. is
So he's got 40 feet in
movement.
movement. So somewhere in D&D Beyond, or I don't know, Brad or Larry found this statement that says the mobile can be used in polymorph, and it turns out he was wrong about that. It wasn't a rule. It was someone said it. I don't even know. But he came back later and said, I don't know. He looked it up and he even found the Jeremy Twitter quote or whatever that says polymorph, you only use the creature stats. So, but here, let me play a little more because I think I concede to him because I thought what he said there was in the feat ruling. I didn't look it up myself. So I just said, oh, fine, just play it. But I think, let me find the video. There's another further along in the video where he does admit, oh, I think I got that wrong. But so let's just play a little bit more. Movement then total.
He's got 40 plus my 10 from mobile.
No,
so
no.
it'd be
Well,
50.
the mammoth mine says 30. Does it have 40?
Yeah, and D&D Beyond, the Mammoth has 40 feet of
Oh,
movement,
mine is.
and that's a 5th edition. I mean, I'll use whatever.
I just have 30 here. I don't know. I'll
Okay.
That's fine with D&D Beyond says that. Okay, so yeah, 50 feet.
Yeah. So I go around that other side of the.
All right, so let me find the spot where he finds that information to correct himself.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's
So,
my bad.
so Larry's
You didn't do that.
finding a room.
No, well,
Not your fault.
I got another bad. I'm just reading this stupid thing, and it was it's. I think it's very confusing. But I went back to like the the errata, and then where they ask like the creators of the game, Crawford and all those guys, I guess. Anyway, they say that the feats, although they do apply in wild shape and a bunch of other stuff, the polymorph thing, it's saying these are the creators now. They say it don't. Now I'm going back and a couple others and they say it does. So I'm completely fine with it not working. Because it's ambiguous. I can't find like a straight answer.
Well, the feat itself, what does it say in the actual feat?
The feat doesn't. I mean, it doesn't take into consideration every extenuating
Let me
circumstance.
forget the feat. Yeah, if you polymorph into something, just a general principle, are you using your standard 30-foot movement, or are you using the movement of whatever the creature you polymorph into it?
What the
I'm
creature?
using the creature's movement. Yeah.
Well, then that's what you would do. So.
Okay.
But where did you get the line where it
Okay.
says it uses polymorph?
I googled it and it came up on D&D Beyond, and then I'm reading it and it says that there's all these different.
Oh, so that was just someone saying that.
No, it was actually D&D Beyond said it, but I think it was applying it to wild shape. So I guess in wild shape it works. Everything works. Everything goes in wild shape, but in polymorph, specifically polymorph, it says polymorph. None of this stuff applies. So I just didn't read far enough down. I
Okay.
apologize. So that's what I'm saying.
You're
fine.
good to go.
Yeah.
He's admitting he was wrong. Just,
Yeah, I'm just done arguing.
He's repented of his
Honestly.
sins. Yeah.
yes.
I'm done.
I just moved you back
If
a
you
little.
say
That's
that-
all.
If you say I turn black and I don't, I'm just gonna, yep, you're right. I throw black dice instead of white dice, or
So he moves. He can move 30 feet. 40 feet. 40 feet, right?
40. Yeah.
Okay, so that was my series of, how you deal with just all these little intricacies of rules and different things that, with all these feats and all the different factors of characters. And you're just going to have this all the time. I do. I'm assuming you do as well. And just, you got to kind of just take the humble road, take the easy road about dealing with these situations and not get too too hard on each other, because we're all it's a collaboration of storytelling. We're all trying to create a story together. I'm setting the pieces, but they're all inputting with their characters and how we structure it all and how it works together. So this is just a little example of some of the way DMs and players need to work together to create a story, have a role-playing experience. It's not too stressful. We all try to be consistent with the rules as best we can and move on, whoever is wrong or right, and have fun. So I hope this is helpful to you. It's definitely helpful to me to relook at it and just examine the biggest thing I'm happy about is I just kind of didn't get crazy or self-righteous or defensive or anything. I just kept trying to have fun and then try to figure things out, but try to move along as best you can. Hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching.